Hello everyone, the December Review here, back again with Season 2, Episode 5 of AJLT. As always, spoilers are ahead, so make sure to check out the show streaming on the Max app. We are pretty much at the halfway point in the season, with the 5th chapter debuting in this 11-episode run. So after a quick recap of the episode, let's take a look at where things stand in the AJLT universe and what we might expect in the back half of the season. So Carrie unwittingly stops in a bike lane walking in the city, where a man named George has to swerve out of the way, resulting in a bit of a crash landing. Carrie escorts George to urgent care, where we find he has a broken wrist. Feeling a bit guilty over the matter, Carrie ends up stopping by his apartment to assist with his very important business work, and the pair hit it off, at least until she realizes George's career might always be the main focus. Meanwhile, Che is enjoying a focus group for their TV show until the topic turns to their character. Che is heartbroken when the attention becomes negative, so much so that it sort of appears that the show itself is no longer a go. It's unclear if that's the case right now, but it is discussed. Miranda, who had already decided to start spending the weekdays at Naya's place earlier due to her and Che's conflicting schedules, is there to try and comfort Che, who decides they just need some space for a while. Charlotte and Harry are at odds with each other when Rock is asked to join Ralph Lauren. Harry dons a pretty impressive wig though at a costume party as well. The wig is a highlight of the season. The Wexleys begin their comptroller run while Seema is iffy about a new relationship. That's pretty much the bullet points for the episode. Pretty standard stuff overall. No major obstacles or narratives to hang on to other than the Che and Miranda timeout. This one was directed by Cynthia Nixon, who also was behind the camera for episode 6 in season 1. Her eye behind the lens was consistent with the previous episodes, framing everything well, with a few interesting, almost POV shots thrown in that were rather effective. As I've mentioned, we're about halfway through the season, and while there has been a noticeable change in the style of the show, adding in a bit more of that SATC vibe to the show with more spice and potential relationships, the emotional level is way down from a year ago as well. Depending on your own personal preference, this is either good or bad. For me, it's a bit of both, as it's nice to see a more content Carrie, but it's at the expense of a more compelling watch. At this point in season 1, we were well into the loss of Big, having a confrontation with Natasha, selling of apartments, and a hip surgery which resulted in a heated and somewhat life-altering exchange between Carrie and Miranda. We haven't really come close to any of that so far in season 2, save for a brief Miranda and Steve moment. Which isn't to say that it's been bad, just different, which many thought was the case already last year. So it's a difficult line to tread for the creative team, who I'm sure have had their own focus groups to contend with. One thing to keep an eye on is the Wexleys. They have had some moments of extended screen time so far, and it's been another highlight in the season. I'm not sure how much of that will continue, but we could be looking at a potential spin-off for the family in my eyes. And we need more Anthony. Looking ahead at next week's trailer, Aiden's name is brought up. Seems it will be part of 5 episodes in total, so I would expect a full reunion in 2 weeks with episode 7. With all the history between the two, it will be interesting to see where Aiden is now in life, and how the years spent apart have formulated into the present. The next one will kickstart that conversation, and after that, well, maybe the emotional spark that's been just a bit missing for me will return.